Oh, hello there. Yes, well, we're over halfway through the week because it's Good Friday and that counts as the weekend, and you can't persuade me otherwise. Anyway, I'm in a very low work week this week, which of course has made me intensely lazy, which I feel bad about. Anyway, today I want to talk about Susan Hall, a mayoral candidate for London for the Conservatives, because I think she stands as a perfect metaphor, in particular for the Conservative Party, but perhaps on a wider basis for British politics as a whole. It's astounding that somebody so patently useless and out of their depth can stand as a candidate with any form of backing. The kind thing to do would be to take her outside and leave her with a pistol. Or if anyone was more sensible than that, they'd actually just not leave her with a pistol because she'd miss. For those of you that don't know, she joined the London Assembly at the same time as Sadiq Khan and hasn't really shone on any level. She presents herself as this kind of down-to-earth woman that knows what's going on because I was born here. Okay, so is Sadiq Khan, but of course he's the wrong colour. Yeah, so she had to defeat two very, very, very meagre so-so rivals to get the spot, one of whom had to drop out because of allegations, me with my reputation, etc., all that stuff. And her being nominated was so bad that at one point a Conservative MP was thinking about dropping out as an MP to stand as an independent. Such was the level of disgust. I mean, I can't put that too strongly. It's a story in itself. And since then, she's just fallen flat on her face with absolutely everything. Her latest attack ad had to be pulled, not just because it contained images of New York rather than London, but it's just farcical. She says, no, apparently, even this, right? She claims that she didn't know what was in it. Okay, fine, yeah. But, I mean, things like it claims that London is a crime capital of the world. Notice the wording there, because, of course, it isn't the crime capital, even of the UK. It's farcical to say that London, in real terms, is a dangerous city. It is, if you go on GB News. But, whenever she's interviewed with the soft soap stuff, think Nick Ferrari on LBC, and she falls down there, yeah? She comes out with a lot of racist stuff. I mean, it didn't work for Zach Goldsmith before, who realistically probably would have won if he'd been allowed to stand as a kind of independent-minded Londoner style, even though he's a very posh bloke. He probably would have got it. But it was decided by Australians and Conservative HQ that he should basically run on a racist ticket. There aren't enough racists in London to form a electoral pact to beat the system. So, of course, now they've changed the system, so it's a first past the post. She still can't manage that. She can't manage to do that. And, when she gets questioned about this stuff, she says, I don't remember, when she's asked about liking tweets about previous racists like Enoch Powell. No, I don't remember. No, of course you don't, because you just do like tweets like that so often that you wouldn't remember it, yeah? If somebody found a tweet of mine where I'd said that Pol Pot was right, I'd probably remember doing it, because it's not the type of thing that I do very often. I'm more of a Stalin was right type of guy. Might be kidding about that. Yeah. So yeah, we end up with this woman. And the classic for me when she came to my attention was when she claimed that she'd been pickpocketed, a claim she still stands by, on London Underground. And with Nick, an interview with Nick Ferrari on LBC, again soft soap as it can be, whereby he just laughs at her because she had her purse handed back to her with all the cash and cards in it. It's like me going to the police and saying, "Well, I've been burgled." "Oh, how did they break in then?" "Well, there's no sign of a break-in." "Right, what did they steal then?" "Oh, nothing." "You haven't been burgled then, mate, have you?" Farcical that these people are there. And yeah, I mean, she's not even going to, I mean, there is a good chance that because she's not going to do any media, because she's so much of a liability, that her standing in the polls, which is way behind any real chance, even with puff pieces in the in local newspapers, to get through. And you have to say to yourself, how is it that a party that prides itself in meritocracy and cream rising to reach the top, that they end up with such useless wastes of space as these people? I mean, it's not just the Conservatives. There's a hell of a lot of Labour candidates that we're going to see at this next election that basically can't walk and give an interview at the same time, if I can mix various metaphors there. There will be a lot of them, these people that have no concept about what they're doing. It's because I think that our own politics is so moribund that anybody who actually does have a talent is seen as a threat, which is a shame, because there are some very talented people out there. Think about all those left-wing commentators that you know. Think about some of those outstanding people in the trans community. Think about someone like Carol Vorderman. If she was to stand, she would get voted in a landslide, wouldn't she? Yeah. Think about India Willoughby. People like that, they would just stomp home in the right constituency. But we're left with people you wouldn't get except a party invite from, in one way or another. Anyway, do have a lovely Wednesday. It's going to rain again. Oh yeah. Still, it felt like spring yesterday. It was good.